Job Hazard Analysis and RAMP, Tools for Risk Assessment. A job hazard analysis is a technique to identify the risks associated with a particular task or job. As discussed in previous modules, the hazards can be categorized by type, like biological, chemical, and physical hazards. Most JHAs have a similar structure, and the information is organized in the form of a table. The parts of the JHA appear as columns in that table. For the first column, your protocol must be outlined in a stepwise fashion. What are you doing in your procedure? An effective JHA must also include a hazards column. For each step of your protocol, what hazards may be present? Are you working, for example, with a chemical that is flammable, toxic? Are you working with electrical equipment that could present a shock hazard? For your risk level, what are possible consequences of use? Irritation, severe burn, a fire, laceration? And how likely is exposure during the procedure? Your risk can be gauged as high, moderate, or low. Lastly, controls minimize your risk of exposure. Examples of controls can include the use of a chemical fume hood, wearing PPE, maybe even checking the integrity of electrical cords. What measures will you take to protect yourself for each step of the procedure? As a reminder about our RAMP module, R is Recognize Hazards, A, Assess Risks, M, Minimize Risks, and P, Prepare for Emergencies. Both RAMP and JHA are tools to guide a risk assessment. How do the two compare? For the JHA, steps of the protocol must be outlined, which isn't required with RAMP. The R of RAMP best aligns with the hazards column of a JHA. The A of RAMP, assessing risk, best aligns with the risk level of a JHA. The M of RAMP, to minimize risk, matches with controls. On the other hand, the P of RAMP does not have a designated place in a typical JHA, but can be appended to the bottom of any JHAs you create.